Yeah, in just a second.
Hey, we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how's the sound picture? Are we a little overexposed? We are, but do we care?
Nope, we don't care.
Okay. How's everybody tonight? Where's our chat? Where did it go?
I don't know, you turn off those lights.
Okay, sorry guys, just getting the chat back.
That's the wrong ones.
It'll
Okay.
be all right.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's kind of far away for me to read the chat.
Is that?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I'd be straining. We're trying to keep the laptop not in the picture. Okay, hello everybody. Diana Justice Acres, Grateful Sunnites, New Winchester Farm, Chris Root. I know I'm missing some people coming in, but thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave any questions in caps. That'll help us see better. And hello, LOL Sam. What did he do, Chris?
He's messing with your hair. Sam?
I didn't even notice. Awesome. North Star, Prepstetter, Louisiana checking in. Hello, Alan. I apologize. I'm not getting everybody's name shouted out, but thank you for coming.
Everybody say hello.
Hi. Thank you, Grizz. Look at the beautiful family. Thank you. Awesome. From North Seattle, Linda. That's awesome. Hello, Jaden. He says hello, Trish. Hey, Trish. He only cares about me.
Grizz is going to go move a broody hen soon. Good luck with that.
Oh, Grizz. Good luck.
Wear gloves.
Yes. Okay. Barbecue at my house after the show. What we cooking, you ask? Kitty cat. Chris, you make me smile. Awesome. Grateful Sunnights. Trish, we just spent at least the last 20 minutes looking for one of my PFAS. Oh no, 2 got out. We found the male. We can't find the female. I'm worried.
Yeah.
Please pray she's okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I hope that you can find them. I know that those mean a lot to you. They're beautiful. Junkyard, Homestead, hello. Jaden says, and family. I thought you just liked me, J-Dog. Okay, I just ordered my first seeds.
Is that the Jaden we know?
Yeah, Jaden.
Oh, hey, Jaden.
First seeds from M.I. Gardner about an hour ago, freaking out. Chris, that's awesome. We will get this garden thing this year, won't we? I think she's putting in a new garden. So we're with Chris Root. We are going to do this. We got this. Awesome.
Yeah, we will do this.
Awesome. Love from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Leslie, hello. Awesome. Chris is going to be right back. Awesome. So what's going on? It's been raining all day. Raining.
Like downpour raining.
So we got this huge
Stop it.
snowstorm yesterday.
Yeah.
The night before yesterday, and I spent how many hours last night shoveling?
So many.
And then the rain all day today, and most of it's melting away.
Yeah. I mean, where he shoveled is like down to the ground, you know.
But
So the snow.
there's a lot more snow here than there is where I go to school.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Dayton, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Just how 20 minutes.
Same with Pocatello. There's like nothing in Pocatello. Like the rain has, all that's left are some piles where they, like parking lots, got shoveled too.
Yeah.
See,
so we don't have.
Makes me sad a little.
Yeah, it's sad. There used to be so much, and now there's like nothing.
I
know,
really.
it looked so pretty when it was all white.
I mean, you expect this kind of weather in like March, but it's January.
Yeah,
So
we'll get
crazy.
it. It'll freeze again in a couple weeks, I'm sure.
Ooh, it'll be good for sledding.
Yeah.
The mountains are getting snow. That's important.
That is way important.
Where we get all our water. So
But yeah, it should be good for sledding, like Emma's saying, because it'll make it hard. And would you stop making
as long
pieces?
as it freezes,
Yeah.
because right now it's really sticky. and yucky.
Well, yeah. This won't be good for sledding, but when it freezes, it'll be like.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. So
Which, have you tried your snowboard yet?
No, Missy has though.
You haven't?
No.
You got this snowboard. Someone gave it to us
Last year.
and you still haven't tried it.
No, I haven't.
Do you have
I
any
just-
desire to?
I do, but I don't think our hill is good enough for it.
I thought you said hail. Our heel. Yeah, it's not. It's just.
It's not
It's so
steep
much
enough.
work to just do a little zoom and
Yeah,
then.
Missy tried it and it didn't, and it didn't look good. I didn't like it.
No.
Junkyard, that may be a technical question for you. Just wondered for my channel, how do you get the Facebook link in the picture on your channel? I have no idea.
If you go into the YouTube studio and edit your channel, that's where I remember doing it. It's been so long. there was a place where you could put links to your social media, and then it would put a little icon for you.
And I'm sorry, Homestead in the Highlands. I'm up all night checking on an injured horse.
Ooh.
Dang it, what happened?
Yeah, what kind of injury on that?
I'm so sorry. And Chris Root is back. Our daddy Ozzy was being a turd basket. Aussie, Australian Shepherd, probably, maybe. We are expecting your leftovers from the snowstorm, about 2 inches last week. That's crazy. Are you the one that said you were in Price? Yes. No, that Philadelphia. Somebody said that it had rained all day in Price, and I missed that. Price, Utah. Price, Utah.
Central Southern Utah?
Yeah.
Central Utah?
So awesome.
Okay, buddy. Come on.
Okay, what are you doing? Hey, Wholesome Roots.
You about had a screw put through your phone.
Fantastic. I would be what's the green guy?
Frankenstein.
There you go.
Sam knows.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Paige. Thanks for joining us. That is the dog behind us, not Sam.
She's itching herself, itching her nose and her face.
Scratching her ear.
Okay, so Nikki has a question. I acquired a turkey when it was a baby. Fast forward to now, and it is 11 months old. I was going to ask if you have any advice on turkeys who get blood feathers. Our rooster got a blood feather. It was insane.
Rooster?
Yeah, Bernard, and he was just bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, what did we do? We did cayenne pepper.
Pulled it out.
Oh, did
and
you?
it stopped. So
no, I thought we had to put something on it.
Yeah, you did.
No,
That's
Catalina and I
when
just grabbed him. That was his leg.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like cayenne powder is a good
Blood stopper.
coagulator.
But if you don't get the end of the feather out, it will keep bleeding. It'll just keep gushing.
So you got to pull that out first,
you got to pull it out. That's the only experience I have with it. But you got to get it out. And I'm so sorry. Hello, hold the walnuts. Yes, Australian
What's your
Shepherd.
plan with that turkey? You going to eat it or just
What
have
are you
it
doing
as
with
a
it?
pet?
I had a run-in with a turkey today. Tell you what.
We got permission to kill it.
I did.
So.
Art and Homesteading, they're in the hospital with their little girl. And oh my gosh, their turkey is a demon turkey. I told them, I said, it might not be there when you get home. And they're like, that's fine. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So yeah, Trent's like, yeah, go ahead and kill it and hang it up for us.
Hang it in the barn.
And we'll do that.
Oh my goodness. He's insane.
Yeah, he needs to go.
And I don't put up with crap. I've dealt with a few, aggressive birds, and I know how to handle myself. And oh yeah, anyway. So Little Creek Home says we had major rain overnight last night, and I had my pond out front.
Oh, they have their pond back.
Pond out front. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Good.
Okay, going fishing this summer. Dustin Dean, are we going fishing this summer? You live by Fish Lake.
I
know.
That's awesome.
Dustin
Yes,
Dean,
we'll be fishing this summer.
They want us to meet up in Fish Lake.
Oh, don't know if that will
I
happen
know.
as much as I would want it
We
to happen.
will dream, and we will dream. And if that dream comes to fruition, we'll be letting you know.
There's a chance. There's definitely a chance.
Oh, Mama Grows just finished family dinner time here for some friend time. Fantastic.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mama Grows, for moderating. Wholesome Roots for moderating. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Hey, everyone. Barefoot Mama.
Grizz?
Hello. Okay, stop it, Sam. Grizz, I hope you survive. Let us know how that goes, please. Hey, Lynn Smith. Diana at Justice Acres. Oh, she's saying hi to Mama, but I can say hi to you, too. Okay, cinnamon is a good antibacterial powder for bloody, cut, moist blisters. That's great to know.
Oh, cinnamon. Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah, the Grateful Sunnights. It looks like you guys got a new dog. I saw your title of your video come up. I love my hair being brushed. This could happen all night, but not through the ponytail. It's okay.
Brush the ponytail.
Yeah.
Up here.
Hey, Sarah King. She's my friend in Roy.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know who they are.
Yeah. Sorry,
Welcome.
Sam's awesome. Sam is on one tonight, right?
Can you pull your
Grateful
ponytail
Sunnight?
out?
Yeah, let's just there you go. Thank you.
Have at it, Sam.
That'll be easier. Awesome. Okay. So Mark says, are you feeling better now? Is that in regards to somebody else or us? So
Yeah.
what should we discuss? Anything awesome? We've had a bit of an issue with the rabbit colony.
Yep. New predator.
Yep, we haven't really talked about him on the vlog, so if you're here, you're getting like an inside peek. It's okay. Oh, okay. So, hold them all. That says jealous of the pampering. I know, right? It doesn't happen a lot, but I really like
bone
it.
broth.
Yes.
This is what? Turkey? Chicken?
That is rabbit and chicken mixed.
Oh, mixed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's doing some bone broth. Okay, so dun dun dun, as Chris Root says. Yeah. There has been a very small hawk hanging around, like very small, you know, an adolescent hawk hanging around. I saw it sitting out on the post of the rabbit colony, and I was like, Sam, go scare that away. And anyway, long story short, we went out there a little bit later, and Sam was picking up little pieces of fur that had some skin attached. I don't want to get too graphic, but there wasn't a lot. And so there was enough evidence to find that it had gotten an adolescent rabbit. And our rabbits are, you know, a pretty good size. I'm surprised that small of a hawk would have taken that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, I'm not
Not
at all.
And there was like almost no trace of the rabbit.
Well, this is our first hawk problem,
Yeah.
right? Because it has since come back and tried again.
Yes, it came back today, and that'll be showcased in the vlog that'll go up, I think, in a couple of days, a little bit here and
And
there.
usually when they're flying around, everyone goes ducks for cover, you know?
Yeah,
Rabbits, chickens, turkeys.
And that hawk was sitting there, and the rabbits didn't seem concerned. I was like, well, you idiots. So
Yeah.
So we've made a couple of changes out there. And again, this will be showcased in the vlogs. You guys are just getting a sneak peek. But we used to put the hay in the corner, just kind of let it sit there. Well, they're like sitting ducks with no protection. So now we're putting their hay underneath A-frame enclosure thing that we have, just a shade thing. So that will help.
Are you talking about the trampoline cover one?
No, Roy made the A-frame pallet thing for the boys.
Oh, okay.
It used to be in the buck pen, but while they're in their cages, they obviously don't need it. So we put that in the main colony. We're hoping to make some more shelters. We want to cover up the bucket burrows. There's a lot of upgrades.
Yeah, we need to make them. And I'm not too worried about losing a couple to
wildlife. I mean, it's not ideal, and as you know,
I mean, we're just feeding the food chain.
At least it was a baby and not an adult.
Yeah.
That would be unfortunate. So
that's where the concern is.
Yeah, as if they
I
took
don't want to lose
adult.
any of our breeders.
Yeah.
You know.
Which are, I haven't discussed this with Jonah yet, but our lucky rabbit, the one rabbit that had the bot flies, we were planning on processing, is one of our biggest rabbits, even bigger than the mamas, and she's got that Rex ring. So she is
lucky as a girl.
Yeah, and she's the most full Rex looking rabbit that we have had.
Wow.
So I think we should keep her and try and breed her
and get rid of one of our other ones.
Yeah. I don't know.
We haven't.
We'll talk about that.
So we got Rollo. We got Lucky. Who else are we breeding with? Oh, so Rollo's a boy. Lincoln's a boy.
Uh-huh.
So we got Mama, Panda, Lucky, Belle, Carrot.
So we have plenty of breeders.
5 does.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm okay to let them grow a little bigger because that'll mean their pelts will be that'll be better.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So the red shed says, are the buckets still frozen? We were actually able to open up Bels Bucket. Do you want to tell them what we saw in Bels Bucket?
Babies.
Fat babies. Fat, happy babies. So I think there were 6 when we counted before. When I had my hand in the bucket, I could only count 5, but I was being very quick. So one of them could have been under 1 or whatever. So yes, Bel's babies are doing really well from what I saw. So
we only lost 2 of that litter that we could tell that had problems at birth.
So the Grateful Sunlight says, is Jonah going hawk hunting this weekend? Is that a legal thing to do?
I don't know. We need to find out because I thought certain hawks, at least, were illegal to hunt. So
yeah, so we got to look into the ramifications of that, but we are not opposed to that for sure.
I like the hawks. I don't want. They're just so pretty.
They are pretty, and they keep the vole population down.
Yeah. I would hate to see them go.
Yeah,
so.
but
if we have a chronic problem, then maybe we'll have to take some action. I don't know.
I've wondered about putting up a decoy owl.
Yeah, I just don't.
But we don't want to discourage the owls in the area either.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
rather
know.
have, and I don't know. We could be. I don't know. You
Okay,
gotta think about it.
Mama Girl says, Trish, not even a month ago, we did our colony versus colony video, and you were saying it works for you, no predator problems. Right? You jinxed me. Mama Girl has put up a really cool video. If you guys want to check it out, she was here on our homestead and did a colony versus colony. It was a very interesting video. Okay, almost butchering time for some, huh? Sister Richard, yes.
Yep. We had did you see the email someone sent to us? Someone sent, a viewer sent us an email asking, what do you guys actually do with your rabbits? I've watched all your videos and none of them tell us what you do with your rabbits.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm really behind in the chat.
And I thought, how could you watch them and not know? Are
Yeah,
we not talking about it enough?
We've got a vlog where we barbecue rabbits. We've got.
So
yeah,
maybe
we
it's
need
just
to
because they're so, that kind of stuff is buried in a daily vlog that we do. Right?
Well, and we are pretty. We don't talk about butchering day. We don't. So I'm wondering if we need to be more open with. I'm not going to show butchering, but maybe we could be more open.
Yeah, I don't think
with
there's a need to show, but
No,
I certainly wouldn't mind talking about it more.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just made me think maybe we should be more open about that.
Yeah, for sure.
And our content is different than most. I mean, a lot of people come expecting how-tos and stuff, and we're not really doing that.
We're just kind of doing
focusing on that.
For sure.
So maybe that's what it was. They were looking for a how-to or something. I don't know.
We've done a few of those, but that's not what we focus on. For sure. So Homeplace Journal says kombucha is good for ulcers.
I did not know that.
We are.
I do drink it.
Yes, we do. I love the medical benefits of it, but we didn't know.
I tell you, I'm sticking by my bone broth. It helps the most and provides the quickest relief.
Okay, so Paige says, I heard hanging old CDs around scares the hawks. I think, who was it?
I've heard that before too.
I think Rose at Wholesome Roots was telling me that today. I don't remember. I was talking to her and Kathleen. That would be a good breeder. Okay, probably talking about the rabbits.
I don't like the idea of a bunch of shiny discs hanging around, though. I
know. I mean,
we gotta do what we gotta do. But
Rose gave me a couple other options, and I'm like, I don't want to look at that out the window. I like very organic looking things.
Yeah.
So I know Chris is jealous of the pampering Sam is giving you. I love it. It feels so good.
You okay, Sarah?
Oh, awesome.
Sarah's playing Legos on the table behind us.
Okay, so Mama Go says, Paige, that's what I do for robins in my cherry tree. Trish keeps keeping rabbits. Right, Paige? Jonah's always like, now what? We have another rabbit I didn't know about. I know.
No, it's okay. I think they'll all serve a purpose in due time.
Tim, I'm so sorry. He's got a respiratory virus. I'm so sorry. I hope you get some sleep tonight.
Those are no fun. And highly contagious, aren't they?
I probably. Don't lick anyone,
Usually.
Tim.
I'm just thinking of like RSV and
yes.
all those other nasty ones out there.
Okay, so Nathan has a really good question. You guys are busy with a life, some dream. If I only wonder what y'all's
I only wonder what y'all's idea of a vacation
our
is.
life is what you
right?
Okay, so Rose is saying it's a huge felony, and I'm sorry we're behind. Let's try and get. They're protected for a reason. Okay, so.
Yeah, is that nationwide, Rose, or
just
in your area?
What about a net overhead? Homesteading in the Pioneer Way. We've thought about that, but I just don't want to look out to ugly things.
My hope is if we provide enough shelter for them and places and options for them to get cover, hide themselves, then they'll be less visible. This hawk has already eaten and knows where to get them.
Okay, hawks are protected since Nathan.
Great. Okay. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to discourage it.
Yes. So there's a lot of butchering. We'll get to your vacation question in just a second. Let's. Mom, love that Mom's taking care of. We do too. No, you can't shoot the hawks. They are federally protected. That's what I thought. Okay.
Kind of what I thought too. I just couldn't remember if it was all hawks or just certain breeds.
Jay says, I'm glad something's helping you, Jonah.
Thank you.
Hey, Dolly. CDs do work for deterring birds from cherry trees here in Michigan. Awesome.
It's interesting.
Make the tops of your pots uncomfortable for posts. Yes, New Winchester Farm. Another friend has suggested that too.
Yes, I think Case has suggested that too.
Yes, and I've noticed it sits up in the very top of the tallest tree above the colony. And so I don't know if it swoops in and gets it and then sits and eats it on the post or what.
Yeah, we should at least do that to the posts,
Uh-huh.
and then, it's one less
Don't get it tangled.
thing to make it easy for them. So what do we do for vacation? Are we up to? Can we answer that?
Yes,
Or we got,
first of all, thank you, moderators. Again, Green Gables, thank you, everybody. Your name was who acts to somebody. So thank you. Okay, vacation. What's your idea of a vacation?
Well, I'm just thinking, what do we do for vacations?
You go camping.
I'm starting to think we don't do enough for vacations.
We do
I think
camping. That's
vacations
our
are somewhat
vacation.
overrated.
No way.
I like vacations.
I love
Me too.
camping. Love.
I want to go on a
camping.
vacation that's not camping though.
We
Yeah.
work. Yeah, I do too. I mean, well, we've gone. What have we done? We went down to Salt Lake City. We rode the train.
That's not a vacation. That's a day out.
It's a daycation.
That's a
Lagoon?
daycation. A vacation is when it's like a multiple day thing.
So what?
We
was your
haven't had a
vacation?
vacation in a long time,
We
right?
went to Yellowstone.
No.
a couple
What
years ago.
what
That's
was our
still
last
camping.
vacation?
The last vacation.
It's the last one.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone
No.
was before we really
No,
started getting
that's not it. It's a vacation.
into Homestead.
Vacation is
Vacation. What is that? Right.
last vacation. The reunion, I believe.
Yeah.
So last spring,
Last
June.
June. Yeah.
Mhm.
and how many days? 4 days? 3 days?
3 days.
That was kind of camping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wallace camping.
Wallace a la mode. Come visit us. We miss you guys. No, they're in Missouri. They just moved to Missouri. I wonder how close you are to the Grateful Sunnites. I don't know.
We really want to come
Yes.
visit.
An idea
And
of
we
a
will.
vacation for me is not in our budget.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do
would it
you
be?
know about our budget?
I know,
It
right?
involves a plane ticket to Paris.
Oh.
Nice. Well, that's a little out of the budget.
Exactly.
I want to go to like.
You should go to Yellowstone. Yes, Nathan. I'd like
So we
to go
did.
again.
Well,
now that
like the
Sarah's-
first year we moved up? Was that when we went?
Second year.
Second
year? After your knees or
Yellowstone.
before your knees? We went.
After. I had new knees at Yellowstone.
We loved Yellowstone. Who did not like Yellowstone?
Everybody loved Yellowstone.
It was awesome, right?
Yeah, I think the bison scared everyone.
Yeah, that was
Well,
a scary
that was-
moment.
Homeplace Journal. This does not like the beach. Yeah, we had
I
a
wanna
run-in
go
with
to
a
the
bison. It was special.
There's several lakes around here. We could go spend a few days at the lake. It's really
That's
hard.
camping.
It's really hard to do anything though with the animals. It's hard to find somebody that's willing or that we want to put that much responsibility on.
And we appreciate when people do help us, but it's always frustrating when you come home and things weren't quite done the way you would have liked them to be, and you can't. They're not you. You can't expect them to do it the way
No.
you would have done it,
I-
and so
no.
for me, it's kind of stressful.
Oh,
Yeah, coming home and you're like,
I always just worry about putting that much responsibility on somebody and putting them out, and
Yeah.
But we could divvy up the chores.
Mm-hmm.
One person does one.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we're getting some credit with our friends out homesteading. With us taking care of all of their stuff, maybe.
Is that how you see
Friend credit. No, we would help them. I mean, this is not something they planned on. A hospital visit's not something they planned on. So, anyway.
several days.
I think it'd be cool to go on. a
There are plenty of
vacation.
people willing to help in any way they can around here. I don't want to give our own impression.
Our idea of vacation really is.
It's
something
more
that's
my
really
problem
good.
than theirs.
Missy's idea of a vacation is something really, really
Like
expensive.
not like
Hotels.
what we normally do is just like go camping and stuff. But like when you think of like vacation, you're like, what would that be?
Yeah, what
Right.
would be a vacation?
I think it'd be cool to go like
Other than Paris,
to
what's a realistic
Hotel.
vacation
Hotel.
for us right now?
Hotel.
A hotel.
now.
Let's just hit a hotel for a night. We could do that.
No. If we hit a hotel, it'd be somewhere touristy.
Oh, like Logan, Utah?
No.
We could do that.
No. We've gone to Logan 5 billion gajillion times.
What is 5 billion?
Okay, so
But-
vacations are harder for homesteaders and farmers. It's hard to find someone you trust who can handle taking over while you're away.
Yeah, well, who on here? What do you do for vacations? If
Yeah.
you share our lifestyle, or if you even if you don't?
Okay, so Green Gables says I had 2 people lined up to care for my animals the last time we went out to town. Found out that one of them never came over and didn't even tell us. So disappointing.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Oh, that's
And
rough.
the sad thing is, your animals suffer for that.
Okay, Junkyard says, thank you for the help, Jonah. Thank you for the help, Jonah. Whatever. I was able to figure out how to add Facebook. Good
Oh,
job. I'm
cool.
glad. Invest in a pool. We could do that.
Trampoline.
I want to get a really big stock tank and use
I
it as
feel
a
like-
pool.
I feel like a vacation though has to be away from here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a staycation isn't so much a staycation because you never get away from those responsibilities.
Yeah. 'cause
Several
you have to
times in a
hurry
day,
home.
you're taking care of something, right?
Yes.
So we got to get away.
For 1,000 years.
Okay. How about each person puts where they would like to go for vacation and put it in a hat, and Dad draws.
Oh,
But
Yes.
It can't be like over $1 billion.
Disneyland. I have no desire
I
to
don't
go there.
No, I'd rather shoot myself.
I want to go to Universal Studios
I've heard that's good.
in either California or
Okay, so Paige says I went to
Orlando.
Disney World.
Disney.
Yeah, she wants to go to the Harry
Uni-
Potter land, right?
No, I want to go to Universal Studios, which has Harry Potter in it, where you can buy butterbeer and stuff like that.
Oh, that would be fun.
My idea of
I
a
wanna go there.
vacation is a campfire, a tent,
Yes.
and nobody around for miles.
Yes, our new Harry Potter tent.
Yeah.
Well, I love camping. I
No
love
internet.
camping. Don't get me wrong.
I know, right?
But I want a vacation that's not camping.
No,
that's
that would
all
be
we
nice.
do.
I agree.
It's so fun to
But
go
what
to
can we
Harry
do?
Potter, the Harry Potter place, whatever it's called.
So what's that?
Grateful Sunlight says
Universal
Emma has
Studios.
quite the travel itch. My sister went to Europe twice in
Harry
college with
They have a Harry
choirs.
Potter place.
She had some awesome trips
That
that
would be
way.
cool.
It
I
wasn't
agree.
that expensive. My brother did
Okay.
that.
My friend is going to Europe for the summer with his ballroom group.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Like Europe, like
That sounds really
like
is
London.
it school related?
No, it's not school.
They just
related.
all are gonna do it.
It's no the ballroom group in Preston, the Cache Valley Ballroom.
Oh.
They're going because they raised enough money to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nathan
That was
Spencer,
jealous.
that's so cool. He says, I'm actually visiting from Washington with my biological family. Met them not long ago. That would be a fun story to hear. They love your channel and share the farm vacation debacle. That's awesome. He's from North Carolina. What are you doing?
Emma, I will never ever let you go to Europe alone.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Like even if I'm
What's the
older
movie
and
called?
Well,
I'm
if you're an adult, you can do whatever you want.
I was gonna
if you
say.
live in this house, you are not allowed to go in there.
Well,
So,
no, I mean,
I'll Find You from Liam Neeson. You watch that and you'll never want to travel again. Maybe not. Okay, have you ever considered a week cruise, says Kathy?
I want to do that.
Wow.
Fun sometime.
a cruise sounds fun, minus the people.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Stuck on a big boat with a ton of people.
I think the food would be really hard for me too.
Oh yeah.
Because a cruise is known for food and amazing food. That would be hard for me.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
Where would you go for vacation, Sam?
A hotel.
Just a hotel? What would you do?
No, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone?
The lodge in Yellowstone.
And that's Sarah's spot.
That's Emma's spot. Sarah, can you
Okay.
sit?
I'd go to the Colorado River during the summer. That's awesome. Cruise is
You can sit on my
awesome.
lap.
You can sit on her lap.
Sarah's having a meltdown.
Come on.
It would be so much fun for her to go with a small group, I would imagine. I agree. Grateful Sunnights. Okay. LOL, I don't know who you are, but I will find you. Right.
I don't
Did you
know who
guys ever
are.
seen? There's a
I
Santa
will
Claus
find you.
version that's hilarious on YouTube. Look it up. Liam Neeson, Santa Claus, hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Hilarious. Oh, 2 wild onions. Lamb delivery. I want sheep.
Oh,
I do.
oh,
I want sheep.
congratulations.
I
Everybody
I hope everything
check
went well.
out, I think the Pratt family just had baby goats.
Yes.
I
They've
just
been
like
tweeting about
everyone
it.
to recognize Sarah. She's wearing a superhero shirt
From Stan.
and a big poofy skirt.
Nice.
Oh, lots of people in Yellowstone, more than animals. That is so true. We took Kenai with us. Do you want to tell a bit about Kenai and pictures and stuff so I can stop it? Talk to Sarah.
Kenai and pictures. We took Kenai with us. The worst part of the trip was he had a potty accident in the back of the truck that was disgusting. And we had to pull over and use our drinking water to wash it all out. And that was horrible. We were on our way to go see Old Faithful, I think.
I remember that. That was gross.
But we got lots of people that were very interested in Kenai.
Yeah.
Many people often think he's a wolf when they see him,
What we wanted to do,
which is always fun.
In the woods, we wanted to take off his collar. And
Can you speak up? What?
Yeah, we had an idea.
we had an idea that we wanted to take off his collar and just let him go. And then when he comes towards us, we would run and scream away like he was a wolf. And so then people would be like, "Whoa, there's a wolf!"
Yeah.
And it's our dog.
Really,
Yeah.
it would be really funny.
Really
so,
funny, but really mean at
the
the same time.
lambing is having problems. 2 Wild Onions is having some problems.
Oh,
I'm
sad.
really sorry. And Grizz
Good luck.
moved the eggs and left her. She seems content. I hope she keeps Grizz. Do you still have your eyeballs? Oh, okay. How about Mount Rushmore? Sarah, stop touching me.
Someone-
She'd like to talk about her vacation.
Where's your vacation,
Where
Sarah?
do you want to go?
Go talk loud and scoot in so the people can see. There you go.
Camping at Fish Lake, says Jaden. I love that place. Someone would
What's
shoot
your
him.
vacation?
Hopefully not.
Tell me.
You gotta tell everybody,
Well,
honey.
hopefully not. Guns aren't
Oh.
allowed in national parks.
Yeah.
She says Fish Lake is her vacation.
Oh, we love that place.
We do. Bunch. Very good memories there.
Yes. Wild Onions also has goats. That's awesome. I know with the passing of our pumpkin, you know, we were kind of looking up different goat breeds last night and kind of wondering what we want to expand to when we decide to expand the goats. But
What was the name of the one I was thinking of boar goats.
What?
Yeah.
boars, but they're only good for meat.
So
I want milk.
we got milk goats.
Right, so I'd be okay to do some meat goats. And Gamer Granny, thank you. She says my condolences on Pumpkin. It's hard that I can't bury her. That's really hard for me. That you know, I can't bury her. So hopefully we can make a pyre and put her to rest with a, you know, fire burial.
Yes.
We're just trying to still figure that out. I
I think we're gonna do the fire burial
You
thingy,
think?
fire, whatever, burner.
Our neighbor said he has a ton of pallets that we could have.
Great.
Because that would be good. Anyway,
We're gonna need a lot of wood.
we are going to need a lot of wood. So it's hard.
My plan is to utilize the Christmas trees that everybody brought over for the goats to eat. Use that wood.
Mhm.
And yeah, we're sad. Everybody's sad when Pumpkin went, but glad at the same time.
Glad for her. She was really in a lot of pain. Stop bumping me. She was in a lot of pain. And I don't know exactly what was wrong. I mean, I addressed every issue that could have been. You know, I guess we could have taken her to the vet, but you know, she's an older doe. She has CAE. We will never rebreed her, and so the value of the animal didn't call for a vet visit. I don't think that sounds cruel, and it was really hard, and we did everything we could, you know, that I knew how to do up until the end, and it's very emotional, and yet I'm okay, but I tear up here and there. Reading all of your comments on today's video, I have had a few tears, but happy tears, and thank you for sharing that with us. And
We had made the decision to let her go.
yeah, we had decided that.
So we knew it was coming. Not that it doesn't make it any easier
No.
necessarily, but you do get prepared.
You know, a couple weeks ago,
She was my favorite out of.
She was mine too.
She was gentle. She was the picked on one. She wasn't the dominant one.
It's kind of
So you get feelings for the underdog situation. So yeah, we're sad.
So as of a couple weeks ago, I
Worried
really
about Clover.
was honestly surprised that she hadn't passed. And so there were a couple mornings that I was like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to find her. She's going to be gone. And then she didn't. I was like, okay, maybe she'll make it till spring. And then she didn't. And so that was hard. But
I'm glad she's gone. I'm glad because I don't think she suffered a long time. Like I'm
No.
thinking about when I hear stories about people keeping dogs for years on end they can't even go to the bathroom on their own. They can't even move on their own. I'm like, what kind of life is that for any animal to suffer that long? And I would like to think that Anyway,
Well, even the night before she passed away, Sarah, you're hurting me. She was standing up. She was not. If she had been laying around,
no, she wasn't losing a lot of weight.
No, she looked fine. She, but if she had been laying around suffering, we would have put her out. We would have put her down, but we didn't have to make that hard choice.
Well, and it was very up and down. Like she would do really well and seem fine, and then she'd have days where you're like, she looks like she's having a hard time and struggling, and that's when you start thinking, okay, what are we gonna? Let's, and then it just happened overnight.
Yeah,
because she was doing better after you gave her all the vitamins and everything, and she perked up for a little bit.
Yeah, I did some herbal things from Molly's Herbals. They have it's like what's it called? I don't even remember. I think dietary supplement, and they say to double the dose for ailing animals. And I drenched her means to insert medicine down their throat with a gun, drenching gun. So I did probiotics. I did everything I could think of. Her FOMACHA score was okay. We did. I feel like we did everything we could have. But you still doubt. But
yeah, we could speculate forever.
Yeah. So New Winchester Farm drinks their boar's milk. Interesting. Is it good? I guess you wouldn't drink it if it wasn't.
Why wouldn't it be good?
Yeah.
They probably just don't. They're not big milk producers. I don't know.
Paige says boar goats have worm issues and kidding issues. Kiddos are good meat goats, but only can learn if they have experience.
Another breed I was looking at was the Toggenburg, Toggenburg. I'm looking at the ADGA registry on goat breeds, and just looking at their range, their stats on milk production between breeds, and these would be the Toggenburgs are pretty close to an Alpine, similar. They look similar.
Yeah, I liked the look of them quite a bit. So let's see. Somebody asked about rabbit and chicken meat, and somebody's answering that it's like dark meat. Would you say that rabbit meat tastes a lot like dark meat? Like
dark chicken meat.
And their bone broth is amazing, like so much better than chicken.
Less fatty, very lean. Yeah.
So Rose's diagnosis with the death was the CAE. She believes that the CAE was her death sentence.
Finally overtook her.
Okay, so
that feels right.
I hear that Kikos are really good if you're wanting just meat goats. Never had the trimmed Kikos hooves from what I've had heard. That's awesome. Sounds like old age for Pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
The red shed. She was just, let's see.
And it got really, really cold that night when we found her the next morning. So I'm sure that's what it just was too much.
And I knew her temperature was dropping. I knew she was having a problem keeping her temperature up, and so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and when she had Clover, that's when I think we both realized this goat
she's not okay.
is either old or really sick or something. I mean, she struggled. And I don't know, maybe goats just struggle, but it just felt like while we were there and she was giving birth, we're like, we're not breeding her again. This is way too hard on her.
Yeah, there was a lot of issues with that.
And I remember walking away from that saying, I don't expect her to live again. I mean, not live again. Live much longer.
Yeah. So it was a hard blow to have that come to fruition, but we expected it. Doesn't mean it was easy though, right?
Yeah. Yep. So anyway.
So if I'm missing any questions, please restate them in caps. It's good, but they don't produce as much as a dairy breed. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Rose says you did so much. Thank you. Chris says she seemed perkier when you put the Christmas tree in there. I think the vitamins really did a boost for sure.
Yeah. Northeast Oklahoma. Hello.
Oh, Toggenburg has the most disgusting tasting milk.
Oh, really?
Good to know. Okay, I haven't been able to watch the video from this morning yet. I've had to drive out of town. Did you lose a goat? Yes.
So Pumpkin, one of our two
original
goats died. We walked out the other morning, and she was laying in. Looked like she died in her sleep. Really,
she did. I walked up to the gate, and I could see her inside. I might cry. she was just laying with her neck outstretched as far as it would go. And I said to myself, and I say this in the video, so I'm sorry, this is a repeat. I said to myself, I'm like, is she gone? And I walked in and I didn't want to believe it. So I was like, Pumpkin, and she just laid there. And I went over and I kind of touched her. But before I touched her, you can see on the eye that it had clouded over. Her light was gone. And I just stood there in shock. And poor Jonah, I sent him a text. Pumpkin died. And I was like, I should have been so much more eloquent. And then I'm standing out there. And I was like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? How can I move this goat? How can I get her out of here? The door is somewhat frozen to the ground. So there's a small space. I thought I can't drag her out by myself. And it was really, I called a friend and she was amazing. Not something you want to call and ask your friend to come do.
No, I was surprised you did.
Yeah, I was like, I just didn't know what to do. And so I called her and we were able to, she's resting in the horse trailer. That way nothing can get to her until we can deal with her body properly. But
Probably this weekend.
it's very emotional for me, very emotional. It's really hard.
And this is why we don't allow ourselves to get too attached to certain animals we know aren't going to be around long, right?
Sorry, I was reading a comment.
This is an example of why we don't allow ourselves to get attached too much to animals we know are for us purpose that won't keep them around long enough.
Yes, so like with the rabbits, we enjoy and we smile and oh, they're so cute, but you can't, like if I knew that Pumpkin, if she'd come onto the property with, okay, we'll milk her. When she's done milking, we'll eat her. That would be different. But she came onto the property as my friend, as my milk goat, to somebody that I was going to love. And I can't distinguish the two. It has to be from day one, but I know I'm going to process them for me.
Yeah, and I think milking an animal by hand, day in, day out, there's a relationship that gets built there that has to be built there, because if you're not connected at some level with that animal, they have no desire to do anything for you.
Yeah.
Stand still, let you touch them.
They can feel your emotion.
Like the other day when you weren't able to milk and I went out to try and milk that morning and I was in a fit of anxiety. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience. And they could pick that up and they were like, this isn't happening. It was miserable. What I was getting at though is that you build that relationship and there's that connection. And so anyway.
And I feel like every time I'm done milking, I'll give them a little rub and I'll say thank you. I feel like they are serving me by giving me their milk. And there's a bond there. There's a relationship there. I don't feel like I can take that from them without giving them some love back. If that makes sense. I feel like their service means so much to me and I want to give them all I can.
And I don't know if this is the way it should be or it is for everyone. I don't think it is for everyone. I know some people that are very disconnected, and that's fine, right? They're disconnected for whatever reason.
Yeah.
When you talk about cows and you start getting, talking like this about a cow, there's certain people that I've talked to that are just like, they're just an animal, just, no big deal. And that's fine. I understand that. Everybody comes from a different walk of life. For us, this is how it is.
And I think when you have a smaller scale, it's easier to attach. It's easier to love. When you've got 1,000 cows, it's like, yeah, it's a cow, So
Yeah,
I think that it's easier to become so attached and, emotionally attached when you just have a few. And several people in the comments are awesome saying, at least we have her baby, and that is a blessing.
We have Clover.
And she's got, and hopefully she does not have CAE. Most likely she does. It's probably more likely that she does than doesn't. But CAE goats can live a very happy, healthy life if they have less stress. So if we never move these babies off of the homestead, they can live an amazing, really long life with little to no problems. So that we have that going for us.
Yeah, and Pumpkin, thinking about it, when we brought him from Julie's, that was very stressful on them.
She laid down and almost died. That was almost my first interactions that I've had with Wholesome Roots. Was that she called me on the phone and was like, okay, you do this, and this, your goat is going to die. And I'm like, okay. And she pulled out. But that moving 3 hours north almost did her in. So that was crazy.
We're surprised she's waited this long.
And Clover, we've been worried about Clover. You know, I think she's going to be fine. She's been weaned for a long time. The pumpkin, you know, wasn't the best mom.
No, she really wasn't.
Probably because of her health, her age, or something. Anyway, but Clover's very independent, and she's got a spunkier personality than Pumpkin we ever saw at a Pumpkin.
Right.
So she'll push her way to get what she needs. I'm not worried about it.
My biggest sadness is that she would always sleep with her mom at night. And so you go into your mind, and it was hard the first night when she died. I was like, oh my gosh, was she laying by her mom and felt her body get cold by her? And I just got to remember, animals don't have human feelings. Yes, they can feel, but I'm just like, she'll be okay. And she'll find her way in the herd, and it will be okay. Yeah. So just have to.
I'm just glad she was weaned.
Yes.
And that she's as healthy and as spunky as she is. So I'm not worried about her at all.
So Living a Natural Life with lupus says you develop close relationships with animals, especially those you milk every day. I thank animals and food for what they give us. Just how I roll. Exactly. Yeah. And when we process a rabbit, we always thank you for your life right before we pull the trigger. And, we really try to respect and love.
Yeah.
Tina Thurkel, that's Mama T from Clinton area.
Oh, okay.
Ryan's mom.
Yeah, I know her.
Yes. When I first saw the blog, I was worried it was Kenai that was gone. Oh, yeah. And that, too, is he's getting old. I don't know how much longer that'll
He's doing better, though. You upped his medicine.
Yes.
And he is almost back to his full energy that he used to have. He's definitely got a lot of pent up. Yeah, he's.
I know. We almost prefer when he's laying on the couch.
Yeah.
He just comes over. I'm like, what do you want? I just
take him out.
So if you guys have any stuffed animals that you would like to send to us to donate to the dog, please.
We'll take him. He loves a stuffed animal.
He loves to rip it apart.
We'll go through it in about an hour.
We have no more. The kids are willing to. If you have any stuffed animals you want to donate to the dog.
In fact, we probably ought to go to the thrift store this weekend and get some.
And get one. Oh, he's driving me nuts.
Get that energy out until outside becomes a little more conducive to playing with him.
Yes. I know I'm not responding to all of your comments, but I'm really enjoying reading them. Wallace Alamoda's on, and she stole Roy's cell phone because hers died. So, yes, Rose had a hard time with Pumpkin. She was her friend. She said she had a connection with her, and it was hard for Rose when we lost her too. Let's see. I'm headed out. Hope you guys do okay and keep your chin up. Wounds will heal. Thank you. Hold the walnuts. Really appreciate
well said.
That.
Thank you.
Yes. My dream is to have goats. You're all teaching me. Thank you. I'm so glad we can be of some help there. Okay. Tigger bouncing. Better late than never. Thanks for joining in. Those goats are so loved. Thank you. We are sure trying. It's so true. I had to get the understanding after marrying a hunter. Yes. Okay, so if you breed Clover or Leia, is there a local stud you can use?
We don't know yet. We're going to look for one, though.
Yep, that, or we have considered the thought of line breeding back to the dad and just selling their babies for meat. We're going to just figure that out later.
Don't know yet, yeah.
We'll let you know.
Because I don't really want to sell goats with CAE. I don't really want to pass that genetic problem on. So that's something that we've got to get on the same page with.
Yeah, that's a good point, because if we don't want to do that, then what's the point of finding another buck to breed her with?
Exactly. That's why I would just
well line breed.
Because the only issue other than the human ewe factor is there can be genetic issues like behavioral problems, different things like that. But if it's simply going to be used as meat, and my biggest motivation is to have milk, and if I'm not trying to,
so you'll keep your goats in milk.
Yeah. So
Which Clover? Is it Clover or Leia?
Leia's the
Clover's
white
in
one.
milk.
Clover is in milk, and she has not even come close to a buck.
Yeah, somebody on the channel had asked maybe she had miscarried. She's never been exposed. She's never been bred.
There's never been an opportunity.
She's
so-
never been
And
inside with it.
I milked quite a bit out of her last night. Her little one side, only one side is full
That's kind of cool that she's been able to fulfill the place of
of her
pumpkin in
mom.
a way in that
Uh-huh.
spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
so it's been fun. Okay.
better get caught up on.
Yes.
Are we caught up?
No, well, I've skipped some, so I'm really sorry. CAE should not be passed on, meat only. I agree, wholesome roots.
Especially if that's what took Pumpkin's life early.
CAE is nasty. So, I mean, it's not the
Can
most.
we even bring in a goat that doesn't have it into the herd, or will it get it from being in the herd?
There's a small chance that it can be. So
So I don't even think it's worth it.
that's what I,
I think
thought
we're gonna
too.
have to sunset this herd
Mhm.
and start over if we want.
I agree. And that could be 10, 15 years down the road.
Oh
You know?
man,
But we've got what we need. I would like one more doe. I mean, so maybe the girls, I don't know. So that's the other thing is maybe we do want to outsource another buck and then keep any does from them to replace Apple. But if Apple throws us a doe this spring, then we'll be set. We'll just keep a doe from her.
oh I see what you're saying.
So, because I want 4 goats in
Oh,
milk. I
Really?
want 2 goats in milk at all times.
When are you gonna tell me that?
I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's awesome.
Okay,
Well,
So obviously
well,
we have things to
the
discuss.
shack must expand.
Italian girl says, hi, Missy.
Hi.
Chuck Norris likes your beard. Hello, Chuck Norris.
Awesome. Well, Chuck Norris.
Okay,
likes
there
it.
are some people in Malad that breed goats. Awesome, Wallace Alamode. We will get with you if we need to.
Yeah, and in fact, there's some in Malad, and there's another guy up in north of Preston that I drive by their farm every day. He's got a huge herd of goats.
Lots of goats. Homeplace Journal, you're awesome. I can send Kenai a couple of dragons. That way, no animal association on the homestead. I hope.
So that would
There are
be
no
great.
dragons here. Our PO box is in the description below. We'd appreciate
But we're
it.
gonna get one.
Yeah. Our plan is to get a dragon.
A dragon, a giant.
Getting started on
giant
homesteading.
blue
Thank you.
Dragons and I at home. They have them in China.
Yeah,
Um,
how is CAE passed? Is it through
Body fluids.
body fluids?
So,
Yeah. So I
Nursing.
don't want to risk it. If we're gonna, I don't care how
Yeah.
small a chance. There's a chance. Let's not do it.
So what I've heard is there's a chance. So what if a goat nibbles on some alfalfa and then leaves it, and then another goat comes and eats it? That can be.
Well,
So
and they just pee wherever they're standing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like they choose a spot either.
Right. So if a goat ate something that got peed on or a poop got in there, it's just, there's a small chance, but there is still a chance. Okay, so Grace says, what is CAE? You don't know a lot about goats. It is an autoimmune condition that affects the joints. So it's like an arthritis. It can be crippling to babies. Their whole legs can like bow out. It's terrible. So we did not know they were CAE positive when we bought them. That's another long story. It doesn't matter. We're rolling with what we have. And they're great dairy goats. They have amazing genetics. They're
delicious
great.
milk.
Delicious milk.
Milk is
Yes.
that milk's better than the cow.
So it's just hard.
And goat milk
Unfortunate.
fits our family's issues. Great. That's why
Yes.
we're pursuing
The only
goats,
person
dairy
that
goats.
doesn't necessarily like goat milk is Sam.
Sam hates it. I even tricked him. I put some goat's milk
Sam
in a
hates it.
cow's milk container. He's like, this is rotten.
Somebody said that they wanted goats so bad, but they're nervous. I would say jump in.
Do it. I was so nervous. I was thinking about it this morning when I was milking. I was remembering when I first brought the goats home. I sat, put my head on the side of the goat and started bawling because I did not know what I was doing. And then, not even 2 or 3 months later, I was like, jump in, get a good mentor, and just jump in. I mean, get a hold of some books, Pinterest. I love reading all kinds of things. Check out channels that have goats. Just it'll be great. There's a lot of things that you're going to want to know before you get goats. So just find a mentor and hold on for the ride. It's awesome.
I would say that about anything that makes you nervous. If there's one thing that I've really tried to do lately in my life is if we're nervous about doing something, just jump in. And it's like jumping into that ice water pool. You know, you're like, oh, just do it.
Like, I know it'll be fun, but I don't want to.
It's gonna hurt. You're gonna have some pain. You're gonna grow. You're gonna learn. You're gonna make mistakes, and that's just part of the experience. With anything.
Very much agree.
Sorry,
So Kathy brings up a good point. Kathy Leach says animals are not stupid. They have a sense of what their purpose is. I like that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I would like to think so.
Chuck Norris has 5 dragons in his garage right now. I really like you, Chuck Norris. You're funny. Okay. Somebody said, careful, if you mention dragons, all of the homesteaders are going to start raising them instead of quail, right?
Right? Isn't that how it goes?
Oh,
Good
okay.
grief. So it can be so trendy
Yes, but we do want quail, though.
for the eggs.
Yes, we seem to always get little bones in our rabbit meat. Anyone else find this? Yes, we get those too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I try so
Not
hard.
as annoying as fish bones, but
Yeah.
you do get them, you know.
Yep, I'm hoping we don't break any teeth on a couple. I really try hard, but we do have that problem.
It's like not too hard because you can kind of.
What
feel
bones
it.
do you think they are? Are they like rib bones or?
They're like little like
Yeah.
joint kind of bones.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Just little joints.
I haven't personally run into one, but I know the kids have. Rabbit bones in rabbit.
Okay,
Have you run into
Jen.
any? Rabbit?
Jen Famous Art says, I want to do beloved livestock memorial art portraits. That's beautiful, especially for my favorite channels like you guys. You're so awesome. What do you think about using the videos as reference photos?
Go
I'm
for
not
it.
an artist. Do you think that would give them enough?
What do we think about like using our videos? I don't care if you do.
I wonder just in general, like Trent, when he paints, he has a picture. So
Yeah,
I
he
think
has a picture.
they're wondering, would that be a good reference photo?
Why not?
Yeah, I think it would be.
I think so.
That's very sweet of you. You are my mentor, Rose. Hope you don't mind. Rose is a great mentor.
So Jen Famous Art, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Jen Famous Art. I mean, if you want some pictures, we can. I'm certainly up for taking them and sending them to you. But if the video's easier, go for it.
Okay, a guard dragon. Yes. Let's see. I missed something. I was gonna read it and I lost it. Okay. So Chuck Norris is subscribed and he does not sub just to anyone. Dairy dragons or meat.
Who is Chuck Norris?
Dairy. Oh, I must be tired because it's really funny. You are worthy. I want quail too, especially the ones that lay blue eggs. That sounds really cool, Jen.
Blue eggs.
Speaking of dragons, that's one of my favorite movies, Dragonheart.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Until I
like that.
watched it again recently and thought, this is a horrible movie. The story had so much potential, but they ruined it.
Oh, they should do a redo. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Well, maybe.
Make it better than it is.
Okay, I could do it, just not sure the copyright issues. Jen, I think if you were selling to somebody else, like if you were to offer us, hey, I'd love to do this picture for you, it would be this much money. You know, we could discuss that and see if we wanted to hire you out. But I
don't think there's a
think there
copyright
is.
issue if you're using it for reference to create something, but you're not duplicating. I don't know.
I think if you
Well,
were
that's a
gonna
good question. I don't know.
I think if you were gonna sell it to
Well, why wouldn't
to
you?
like to us, that would be fine. But like if you were to put it on Etsy, I don't know. I think there'd be a copyright issue. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Anybody else know?
Okay. I don't know.
You know, because like there's a lot of crochet patterns that if I make the product that they say I cannot sell it. So you smiling at a comment?
Yeah, Chuck Norris. Sorry. Chuck Norris can do whatever he wants to do.
What did Mama Gross say? I love that Chuck Norris talks about himself in the third. Oh my gosh. Awesome. We are right here at almost an hour. Any other questions, throw them in there. I'll try to get caught up here. So Pat, your father just got out of the hospital with this crap. I'm sorry. Last year we lost my mother to it. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, that's rough.
Dragon fruit cactus.
Oh, that
Cool.
sounds fun. I loved Dragonheart, but I haven't seen it in more than a decade. Keep it that way.
Yes. Remember it. as you remember it now. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
hey, Deb.
I don't know. I don't want to be too critical of it, but
Yeah.
it's still a good story.
All this
It's
dragon talk
weird.
is making me want to find a breeding trio of dragons.
I don't know.
I know.
Be nice.
I am being nice. That was Rose. She knows I love her. Echinacea is helpful to fight off lung crud. Yes, we love Echinacea too. Dude, I want dragons, right?
How cool would it be?
Okay, so yes, Italian girl, you asked earlier about the bunnies. Thank you. Are you able to check on the baby bunny rabbits, or is the den still lid frozen? Okay, guess what I did? I sat on it.
Did you really?
I did.
You sat on it till it
Sat
thawed?
on it until it thawed out. I needed to get in there. I have control issues.
Mm.
They were fine though.
I have a long weekend coming up with the holiday, and it's going to be dedicated to improving our rabbit enclosure.
That would be awesome. Awesome.
We
Yeah,
got a lot
he has
to do there.
Monday off and tomorrow off, so it'll be really good. They're fat and happy. They're fat and happy. I almost cried. That was the day we lost Pumpkin. So I was sitting out there just enjoying being outside, and I sat on that burrow. And the babies inside were fat and happy, and they're Rolo's babies. I don't think I told you that.
Oh, I thought you said they were.
Rollo.
Rollo and
Belle.
Belle. Sorry.
Yes. So yes, Rollo and Belle. Tell us how many babies there were.
Oh, yeah,
So
we
when
talked
we
about that
first discovered the nest, there were 6. 2 of them she had passed away, that she'd not laid in the nest.
6 plus 2 that passed away.
So there were 8.
6
So there were 6.
that survived.
And then when I was digging through, I could only count 5, but I did not pull each one.
You weren't thorough.
Yeah, I wasn't thorough. So there were 5 fat babies I put in my hand, but I'm hoping that there are 6. So your booty warms that lid. That's right.
Mhm.
Chickens are kind of like dragons.
Yeah.
Mini dragons are called lizards locally. Yes, we should do that. Control issues much, Trish? Yes, little creep.
Oh, let me go show.
Yes.
Someone's asking about the truck. I want to
Oh, okay.
show what
Yes.
the problem was. We should do a video on it. It's been so long now.
A bearded dragon. Does that count? Yes, it does. I want a bearded dragon. It's just so expensive to get the setups. I'm just cheap. I mean,
And the food.
I would love. No, it's on the floor
Where?
in the closet.
Down here?
Yeah, right in front where it shouldn't be. Chuck Norris doesn't cry. He shows no emotion. Chuck Norris has to go do Chuck Norris things. Chuck Norris, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Chuck Norris, even when he slices onions, Chuck Norris has never cried.
Oh boy.
Chuck Norris, go slice some onions.
So this
And did it.
is the cause of our no heat issues in the truck. What?
Wallace Holland mode. Chuck Norris makes onions cry.
That's right. That's a Chuck Norris joke. There you go. So this is the water pump. It was the water pump, and it's supposed to have fins on the back here that push the water throughout the truck, and they are all shaved off. So somewhere in that engine block is a bunch of metal filings from shaving off these metal fins. This happened because there was this ring attached to it, and it broke loose, and so this was slowly shaving down those fins, and anyway. So yeah, no water was being pumped.
Yeah.
We're very lucky we didn't ruin the engine, I think,
I
by
agree.
letting it get too hot.
When we got, hey guys, stop it. When we got the new part, we're like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, and I can't remember why I decided to replace it. I think I took it off. I took it off because we'd gone through everything else. And I thought, I'll take it off and just look at it. Maybe something's wrong with it, or something is blocking the water flow. So I took it off and I saw that, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
We're like, well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So we think that this truck probably sat in water, and some ditch water got into.
What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I was talking to a farmer friend at church, and he was saying that ditch water probably got into.
I replaced this after we bought the truck.
That's what I'm saying. Is before we bought the truck, it sat in some kind of water that would have shaved off the fins.
No, because I
Right.
replaced that water
Okay,
pump
never mind.
and the fluid in it at that time. So
Okay, so wonder what. Okay, I'm mistaken.
Which is why
I'm
I
sorry.
never thought to look at the water pump again. So technically, we got a defective water pump, I think. And I should go back to whoever we bought it from, but it's been too long and I don't care.
Yeah. But it's fixed and we're really grateful for that.
Yep.
So awesome. Sorry.
No,
I shouldn't speak before I know what
Oh,
I'm
you're
talking
okay. Someone told you something and they were wrong.
about. Okay, so Nature's Basics Farm. I hope I said that right. I feel that I have 3 trucks and ain't none of them running. I need my truck to haul dirt for my gardens. Grr. That is so frustrating.
3 of them.
I hate vehicles that don't run. I'm
Yeah.
so just sick of fixing vehicles. But that's the way it goes, right?
Oh, and Chris says it's like me and my hubby talking. This is real life right here.
This is real life.
Awesome.
Happens more often than it should, right?
No, we get along pretty good.
Do we?
I think so.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
I'm wrong.
awesome.
New Winchester Farm says, well, Bet is calling. Yeah, we need to get off. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate. I hope you have a good night. Chuck Norris says, I only use stunt doubles in crime scenes. That's fantastic. I love that other couples have fun combos like this, and it's not just us. Yes. Not as expensive as you might think. 20-gallon aquarium and heat underpad on lamp and bedding. The real pain is the crickets to feed them, right, Deb? We have
Feed what?
so many crickets. The lizards and stuff, bearded dragons.
Oh,
So we have so many crickets here in the spring, summer.
I should throw this away. Why am I holding on to it? It's been months.
Because it's fun and it's like a trophy. We fixed it.
Summer, spring.
It weighs like 30 pounds.
So I'm a mechanic, so I was curious after the video you posted. Yes, the crafting squirrel. We really should do an update video. That video is getting a lot of views. It'd be good to do a this is what was wrong. If you're experiencing this, it could be a really good update video.
I should.
Maybe I'll see if I can get him to do that this weekend while he's home.
Should do that.
Awesome. You guys are great. We'll go ahead and sign off at this unless you want to keep talking.
I think we're good. We need to get
Gotta get kids to bed. And
to bed.
yes.
So it's been a long day.
Yes. Awesome. You guys, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for joining us on our crazy adventure. And appreciate all the support and hope you guys have a good night.
Yep. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Miss Sarah has